It's 11 o'clock a.m. here in Seoul. I'm Oh Seong at the Arirang News Center. We're breaking into our regular programming to bring you a live briefing from the South Korean health authorities on the coronavirus outbreak. In just a few moments, we'll cut into the briefing at the Sejong Government Complex with simultaneous interpretation available in English. We're going to cut into the briefing room at the Sejong Government Complex, where the health official Yoon Tae-ho is going to fill us in on the latest figures and an update on the situation of this outbreak in Korea. He's taken stage at the podium and the briefing is about to start.
We also have sign language translation available. The briefing will be given by Mr. Kim Kang-lip, the overall coordinator 1 of the Central Disaster and Safety Countermeasures Headquarters. Let us now begin our regular briefing for March 17th, Tuesday. As of today, midnight, we have a total of 6,838 who are undergoing treatment due to coronavirus, and we have 81 fatalities so far. We have 84 new cases as of yesterday, and we also have a total of confirmed cases of 8,320. Prime Minister Chung Se-kyun convened a KCDC meeting this morning, during which he touched upon issues including the intensifying of the special entry procedures and the outbreak that is currently witnessed in Gyeonggi-do province. And he also touched upon the issues of the need to postpone the new school year once again. And this will be briefed by the Education Minister today at 2 p.m. after the cabinet meeting. And Prime Minister Chung Se-kyun also highlighted the fact that we are still witnessing sporadic outbreaks, as well as the fact that we have an increase of risks due to the inflow of infected people from overseas. Therefore, he highlighted the fact that social distancing is very important. And at a time when we don't have a vaccine against the coronavirus, he said that keeping the social distancing is the vaccine at this stage that we could implement. And he once again highlighted the need for social distancing. And first of all, let me introduce to you about intensifying of the special entry procedures. The KCDC aims to counteract as we are seeing an corona epidemic across the world, and considering the fact that there is an increase of people who are coming into Korea with symptoms, and starting from the 15th of March, all of those who are flying into Korea, including foreigners and Korean nationals, we expanded the special entry procedures. And the special entry procedures were put in place universally because of the following backgrounds. As of 15th of March, out of the 44 cases that have come into Korea, there were some from China, and also 14 from confirmed cases from Asia, and 16 confirmed cases from Europe. And we have been witnessing an increase of the inflow of infected people from overseas. And recently, during the past few days, among the Korean nationals who entered Korea via overseas, we have identified that they were tested positive at the stage of immigration quarantine. And with the global outbreak of the coronavirus, the outbreak is spreading not only to within Europe, but also to the rest of Asia. And this is why the KCDC saw the need to intensify and expand the scope of special entry procedures, starting from the midnight of 19th of March. With the intensified screenings, all of those who enter into Korea need to have their thermal checking, and they need to verify their contact number and address. And they also need to download an application through which they need to report their health conditions for the next 14 days. all of those who are flying into Korea will need to go under thermal screening, and if needed, they will be tested for the coronavirus. And on top of this, for those who are flying in from Korea, the local districts will have their list of those who have come into Korea, and the district offices will review and monitor whether they have symptoms during the next 14 days. In order, as we intensify the special entry procedures, we are mobilizing about 73 personnel who will be helping us out, and in order to prepare us for any possible increase of more influx of infected people from overseas, we will mobilize 15 additional military surgeons in order to get fully prepared. We will also verify their contact number and address, and we will also upgrade our application so that it has other foreign languages as well. And with the new measures, we will have more stricter screening, and I ask for you to bear the inconveniences that could follow. And let me now go over the quarantine measures centering around the metropolitan area. In the Seoul Gurogu District Call Center, we have 134 cases that have been confirmed, and we have put people on self-quarantine. Not only 88 of the call center employees were contracted of the disease, but also 76 others, including their families and friends, have been contracted. And yesterday, we witnessed a cluster infection at a church at Gyeonggi-do, Seongnam City, and we have witnessed 46 new cases. And as of yesterday, those who have went to the Sunday service from March 1st to 8th. We have conducted the tests, and this is nearing its end. And with the help of 14 epidemiological investigators, along with the staff members of the Gyeonggi-do provincial office, we are conducting the epidemiological investigations, and we see a possibility of this number increasing. And if we have any updates to this, we will provide you with the information as soon as possible. And this specific outbreak at a church in Seongnam actually happened because there were mass gathering inside a very limited place. And they also had misinformation by spraying salty water in their mouths in order to be sanitized. But this was misinformation and wrong information. To this end, the KCDC also urges that the public refrain from social gatherings, including any religious activities. In order to further curb the spread of the coronavirus, we need to identify the confirmed cases as soon as possible, and we need to also ask those who are operating religious facilities and other businesses to help and cooperate with us. And for all of our public, we also refrain from going to mass gatherings that are carried indoors in a closed space. And on top of this, through internet and SNS, we are seeing a spread of fake information and fake news. And please do not rely on them 100%, but please trust our information that we disclose. And in the metropolitan area, we have a high density of population, and we also have a large movement of people. Therefore, this area is also very much prone to any outbreak. And therefore, the local government needs to act immediately to curb any further outbreak. And we are carrying out intensified quarantine measures against this. And we are also providing information networks amongst district offices. And in case when the cluster infection takes place, we also are trying to secure an increasing number of live treatment centers as well as hospital beds. Starting from yesterday, Seoul City has operated a live treatment center at the Taening Sports Complex, and Gyeonggi-do Province is also getting ready as well. And the KCDC witnesses a decrease of the confirmed cases. However, we believe that this is also a very critical time as we see sporadic outbreaks that are carrying out at religious facilities and nursing homes and other small facilities. And therefore, we need to curb the further spread of the outbreak here in the nation, and we need to protect our borders from any inflow of infected people from the overseas. Up until now, the public has shown great cooperation, and we thank you once again for this. And we also highlight the fact that you need to understand the correct quarantine measures, and we highlight this once again. We urge and highlight that washing of your hands is very important, and coughing etiquette and staying home and refrain from going outdoors, as well as keeping social distancing, is also very important. We urge you to participate with us. And in order for us to help overcome the coronavirus outbreak as soon as possible, when we gather our wisdom together, we can fight this virus. Thank you very much.
Now that was Yoon Tae-oh, Director General of Public Health Policy for the Korean government. We just heard from him that there were a total of 84 additional cases of COVID-19, bringing the national total to 8,320. There have been 6 more people have died, bringing the total death toll to 81. Well, that concludes our coverage of this morning's briefing. We'll be back in just a little while at 12 p.m. Korea time with our midday news. Bye for now.